deny.
So hold up. So do you think fathers should be able to monitor money for child support?
No, it'll never be that way.
I think
the reason why I say that. Hold on. This is why I say that. Even working in the casino industry at one time, chicks used to come in there. You know, the casino cash any goddamn payroll check, any kind of check, government check.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. She came in there and took her child support check up in there. They said, "Y'all, they cash payroll checks up in there." Yeah, I got a child support. I said, "What kind of check is it?" She said, "It's a child support check." She all dolled up, her and her girlfriend. They go up in there, cash the check. She out in 15 minutes. She mad in the motherfucker. Now, I don't know how much her damn child support check was, but for you to be able to go cash a damn child support check at the casino, there's too many places that motherfuckers talking about money. They don't care. She can go to the Arab and they cash that money.
So what you think?
Your hand will create diversion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if she can't automatically understand the fundamentals of balancing a checkbook. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, if you're taking out of my pocket, at some point, I still should be a part of the discussion.
Right.
So as their father, I should be able to at least on my app say approve or deny. So, I'm getting Pampers that meet this cost code. I'm getting food that meets this cost code.
Right.
I do agree, understanding that yes, it's a lot of red tape, it's a lot of structure, it's all this other stuff. But guess what? You're taking my money, and I don't know where it goes at. If you want to make me a better father, then understand. Allow me to see where that money is going.
Right.
That's what if I can see where that money is going, it will automatically drive responsibility to me for saying, "Hey."
It should be that way, but we talking about how it is right now is to break a cycle.
It should be a perfect world.
Right.
Because accountability should be always present, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Everything. All he said was
listen, I agree to disagree. Now, I feel like as adults, we should be able to sit down at the table and figure out what's needed for the kids and apply the money accordingly.
Correct.
Me, being a parent, you have to monitor me because I'm going to make sure that money is going to my son.
Yeah,
but everybody is not because everybody is not the same. So I would be offended if you call me and say, I need a report of what you did with the money because you already know I'm going to take care of my kids.
But you know what though? But you read these women don't really give a fuck.
Well, I think, she hit the point. I think you don't bring a mediator into the situation. You sit down as adults.
Yes.
If you cannot, then a mediator comes in and
once
says, this is what it should be.
Once anger get the
picture, when the benediction comes in effect.
No, I said once anger get the picture, they don't give a fuck.
Well, see, that's the thing.
But
that's right. But that's where
they already know you can take care. It's never about the money. It's never really about the money. It's about because you ain't with them. It ain't about the fucking money. It's the money.
It's not always that. It's not always that, but can't always blame it on the woman. First of all, I'm not going to say you, but us, men,
we do a shitty job.
We do that shit to ourselves. We put ourselves in that position.
We talking about
sometimes.
We talking about kids.
No, right, but we're the ones that made that decision.
If you never showed them no bum shit when it comes to kids, you never showed no bum shit. How you think you gonna be a bum now just because I ain't with you? If a bum to your kids,
correct.
I ain't gotta take care of you. All I gotta take care of the children.
Some women don't know how to separate. They don't know how to separate. That's why they don't know how to separate that.
So look. So Elaine, what you got to say about it?
25 years old.
What you got to say about it, Elaine?
Right across here.
So for me, I don't think that guy should be able to.
Huh?
I'm going to say, so the way that I look at it, and I'm going to tell you guys from my standpoint when I was a single parent and was getting child support. It depends on the female and how she controls that money. Like for me, for my youngest daughter, her dad sent me child support. We had an agreement and now divorced. And
you got the white voice going on. I'm sorry.
He sent it through Zelle. And wait a minute, let me finish. He sent it through Zelle. I made the smart decision that 50% of that child support would go into a savings account.
Yep.
So when it was time for her to go to college, I would have that money, whether her dad stepped up and helped me up with college or not.
Yep.
I would have that money. The other 50% I used for whatever she needed.
Right.
So I didn't use it on myself, and I know there are females that do that.
Yeah, right.
But
Right.
I didn't do that. I made the smart decision that this is what I'm going to do for my child. So I really think that it depends on the female and how she looks
It
at
does.
the
Correct.
outcome.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
It does.
But
I
but
concur.
Shorty,
'Cause
It
my
is.
wife, my ex-wife did that for my daughter.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So college was never an issue.
Right.
See,
And then her needs were never an issue. When
But let me
you
ask
do
you.
it
Let me
that
ask you this question.
way. But everybody generally don't
Did
do
you
that.
did,
That's true.
did you put it in the divorce shit about
Yes.
about the child support? Did
Yes,
you put
it,
child
it was
support
in our divorce degree. So
No, I
Yeah,
mean,
for a
did you
minute.
put it in?
So we agreed on it. We came to agreement. So when we got divorced, we both had lawyers, and we talked about. So his lawyer was the one who had worked it out.
Yep.
Looked at both our financials and said to him, "This is how much you have to pay." But not only did his divorce lawyer say that, his divorce lawyer said, "Okay, y'all been separated for X amount of months, and you haven't been paying. This is how much you owe back pay." So
All right, let me ask you
wait,
another
let me finish. So he looked at his lawyer and was like, so I told his lawyer and my lawyer, I said, step out the room for a minute. Let me and him have a conversation.
Yes.
Right.
That's real
We,
shit.
we,
adult
had a
part.
we had a conversation. I
Yep.
said, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about the back child support.
Nope.
I'm going to worry about what you're going to do forward
Let's be grown up.
for our
Right.
child.
Yep.
Right.
And that's what I
Yep.
did.
So before y'all got, let me ask you this question. Before y'all got married, right? I mean, when y'all was married, everything was good with the child, right?
Yeah.
Was he already taking care of the child?
Yeah, we were in the same household.
All right. So he was already taking care of the child, right? So, but you say you.
So what?
put him on-
So what do you mean he was
No,
already taking care
was
of
he
child?
already?
Because-
I mean, y'all was already
Because
together.
it's mutual.
Let's keep it real though.
as a father.
Yeah, was he fulfilling
So
before?
okay,
I mean,
so
I mean, yeah,
that's what I was
right,
gonna say
right.
because let's keep it real. Because just because you married, don't mean that the man does his responsibility.
Yeah, that's what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying.
right,
That's what I'm
right,
asking.
right.
I don't know.
Also,
That's what I was
so
asking. Yeah.
he worked a different shift. He was gone in the evening to in the morning. So pretty much when I got off work, everything was still on me.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So,
I get it.
you see what I'm saying?
You still that parent dealing with
I
everything.
But if
So
he
when
was,
they say
but
you
if-
married and you
right.
can still feel like a single parent, you can because when you still doing everything like you're
Right.
a single parent, even though you have a partner, but your partner work schedule is different. So yeah,
My
I
work
get that.
schedule was different, but
Right.
I mean,
my
financially-
ex-wife was a housewife.
That's
Well,
what I was about
I-
to
So,
say.
so that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
That's
So-
different. I wasn't a housewife.
That was my question though.
I was a
Did
working
you have
wife.
to work?
Yeah.
Because if you didn't
Say
have
that
to,
again?
did you have to work?
Did you have to?
Did I?
If you didn't work, would the bills be able to take? Would he be able to take care of the bills?
And y'all.
I can answer this.
I'd
all
probably
this
say
shit in
no.
my life.
Because my lifestyle requires me to work.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's a choice. A lot of times people make a choice.
This is a
What I see a
podcast
lot-
moment.
What I see a lot of the time is women make
It's
the
a
choice to
podcast
work.
moment.
Yes.
And not only that, we had
I don't want you
another
to.
child that wasn't his that I still needed to make sure
So-
I provide for her as well. Even though yes,
See,
that
now
was
that
his
complicates
stepdaughter.
things. That complicates things.
Right.
But a lot of times what I see, and I worked in family and children's services for 10 years. A lot of times what I see is, a lot of times women make the decision that they want to work because they want to have the lifestyle, they want to have
And-
the luxuries that some of us
And
are
not
used
only
to.
that,
Correct.
And then they'll say, well, I got to do it all by myself. Well, nobody told you to have to work. You could have stayed home and took care of the children.
But then,
technically.
to put the icing on the cake, so you also got to think about if that man has outside kids.
Let me know when
so
you pause. I'm
he
gonna
did.
Yeah, see, that's
We
complicated.
ain't think about that.
I ain't got that.
Yeah, we talking about in a traditional sense.
Yeah, we just
Right.
saying
Yeah.
regular.
Yeah.
We
But I'm
ain't-
saying-
I think that's
But
what I
it
had
is
on
still a
to what she
traditional
said.
marriage. He had that child prior to me, like I had my child prior to me and him being married. But he still had an obligation to where he
Yeah.
had to pay child support for that child. So when you say, could I be a stay-home mom? No, because he still had so much financial going
Understood.
outside of the house.
Oh,
Those
that's different.
variables
Now I get
change
that.
things.
Now I get it.
But
Now-
traditionally,
now
when you have a woman and man that have 1 or 2 children, they don't have no
The same.
outside
They don't have no
children.
outside kids,
A
and
lot of
that's
times,
probably
more often than
something
not, that's the case. They say,
Right.
well, I had to do it all. Well, you didn't have to really go to work, but you wanted the new Mercedes.
Right.
I mean, so you did what you wanted to do. So
Because
now
wants
you
and
can't
needs
complain
is
about it.
different.
Wants and needs
Wants
are
and
different.
needs is
different.
different.
Very
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I keep asking, can I be a stay-at-home wife right now?
Now, you know, when me and my ex divorced, we negotiated. There was no child support because she already knew.
Yep.
I provided for the kids. She did her part. I did my part.
My kids not
And
gonna
if she was
wrong.
down,
Never.
I covered. If I was down, she covered. That's what it was all about. The kids.
Right.
She had 2 kids before I met her,
Yep.
which I raised them as mine. One of her daughters, both her kids had different dads. One of her oldest daughter, Tina, her dad wanted to get back into the picture. She was like, I'm taking him for child support. This is the difference between different states. New York, the tri-state, it's not all about, you know, I'm going to screw the dad and you're going to pay the shit out. Maryland does that.
Yeah.
New York, Connecticut. She had her first daughter in New York, but he moved to, Delaware. So she was like, I'm gonna take him for child support. Well, before you take him for child support, give him the chance to be a part of his daughter's life and see what he can do. He went to college. He was never ever able to have another child. This was his only child. And if it wasn't for his grandmother telling him, you need to get to know your daughter. So I'm like, look, let's do that. He became a what the hell, I can't even think. Just got out of college, became a attorney in the courts. Public defender, sorry. So he was like, all right, you know what? What do I need to pay? She was like, well, you know, at least give $100 a month. He was like, that's too much. I'm like, for your daughter? Really? You haven't seen your daughter in several years since we moved out of New York. You know, all right, so he wanted to have visitation rights. So, all right, cool, come on out to Maryland. You can come see her or whichever, come pick her up, take her with the weekend. Oh, that's too far. All right, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm making good money. You making good money. We're gonna drive to Delaware.
Right.
Every other weekend, we drove her to Delaware, spend the weekend. We came back. We went back, picked her up. She goes back to him. You know, all I can pay is $50. I'm like,
damn.
Hey, you know what? Now you need to take him for child. I said because now that's not fair. Because you want to be the good dad. We take her out there. We're spending a lot of money going out there.
Right.
So she take him to court.
In the child's life.
Took him to court, Delaware.
Yeah.
Part of tri-state. Delaware and New York and all that, they pull both the parents' salaries. Whoever makes the most, guess what? That's the one who may pay more in child support. Or he has to pay less. Turned around, he still had to pay less child support because my ex-wife made more money than him. And I'm like, that's sad. And the fact is, she told him, and he wanted to get in another attorney to mediate. And I'm like, that's fine. We can pay for an attorney if you want to do that. But it's going to be a whole different negotiation once you get attorneys involved. So he was like, you know what? I'm just going to pay the $50. And he chose to lose his relationship with his daughter because he was upset with the fact that we weren't going to continue come to Maryland. You can still come see her. It's just your kid. And I'm like, really? Right. No, I'm like, you're not doing. And then his whole point was, well, y'all doing good. Y'all got a house. Both of y'all working. I had to tell him. I said, you know what? I'm gonna raise Tina as my daughter, no matter what.
Right.
I said, but you're her biological father. You should want to do more than $50. Come on, man.
Right. He could see it now, but when she get older, when she got older,
they will see the truth.
She is older,
and she's older now, and he's probably feeling. You see, that's the worst feeling in the world. I can only imagine.
Especially that's your only child.
Yeah, and that's your only child.
Right.